What is up, Bronco Country? We are on a bye. We are number one seed, not just the AFC West, but we are the number one seed in the AFC. Home field advantage, plenty to talk about today. I don't want to go all crazy because this intro could take all day. As excited as I was at the game, I saw it live, and you know what? We're going in the playoffs doing some good things, I feel like. So you know what? Let's get this intro. We're going to bring Joe in, and you guys, everyone stay tuned. We have two great guest appearances today that I can't wait to be a part of the show. Let's do it.
In the shadow of the Rockies where the orange burns bright, we ride with the outlaws under stadium lights. Mile high, we fly, no chains combined. This podcast a rocket and the altitude's kind.
Turn it up, let the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. With a mile high OUTKAST, Broncos we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast. Full of mile high blast.
What's up, my high Medlock? How you feeling over there, Joe?
Man, I'm doing good. Man. Feeling really nice, man. You know, number one seed. Nuggets doing good. Avalanche still kicking butt. Man, it's a good time to be a Denver sports fan right now. So New Year starting off pretty damn good for me.
Definitely. I agree with that. We got two guests coming your way. What we're gonna do is, Joe, let's get some housekeeping out of the way and let's get into the show. I'm excited.
Us, me too. So just want to let y'all know we are on the Orange and Blue Network. So whatever you guys are watching us on, looking us up, YouTube, X, Facebook, all the audio versions, they're available out there. So like, share, subscribe, send comments out there. You know, we'd like to hear back from all our people. And like I said, Orange and Blue Network on YouTube is where we really want y'all to go. We got giveaways and a lot of fun stuff out there for you guys to be involved with. So let everybody know what's going on out there. And we do have shows every day. Sometimes we have 2 a day. So we got a lot of content going out there for you guys. Keep you guys informed on the Broncos and a little bit more on the Denver sports. We got on Monday and Friday, we have the orange. We got Isaiah. He does his orange and blue blitz. On Monday nights, we have the Bronco Bros. Shout out to George and Dak. They do a good show on Mondays. Tuesdays, 7:30 is a flagship show. Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. That's going to be with Mahai Viking, Jay Weaver, and the Bronco Grunt. So very good show to watch too. Wednesdays at 2:30, we got the Mahai Sports Symposium. That's with Doc and JT. And they go over a lot of different stuff, not just Broncos. They get into the basketball. They get into Avalanche. They get into the Rapids. They get into drafts. So they do a lot of a lot more different stuff out there. And we got the Bronco Talk Wednesday night with the Bronco Libre and the Don. So tuning in them, they got really good insight too. Even though Don is a Bulls fan, he's still good. So it's his birthday too. So shout out to Don. Hope you're having a good day. And on Fridays, they also do the show in Spanish. Viva los Broncos. They do that at 7 p.m. I think I got it right. Yeah. They do it in Spanish, so anybody out there who speaks Spanish, you guys involved in there too. We got our show all on Thursdays at 7 p.m. We were a little different on time just because the holidays, but we're normally Thursdays at 7, so keep tuning in every week to catch us as well. We got the breaking news with the fresh squeeze. Anything breaking news out there, we try to keep you guys informed. And on game day, we got the pregame, the play-by-play, and the post-game. So we got you guys all covered there. Definitely like guys to tune in and hear you guys' comments and get you guys involved. And shout out the sponsor and get everything rolling. We got W out there, the Generalist energy drink. So all the good stuff without the crash and all the other sugars and stuff. So no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. So good stuff. Like I said, good energy without the bad stuff that comes along with the other energy drinks. We got a code out there for you guys. So if you go over and make an order, put in the code OBN10. That way you guys get 10% off your order, and that way you get your W on, like the Broncos are getting their dubs on all year long. So make sure you guys get some of that too as well. And we are good to get this rest of the show rolling. So
all right, well, let's get this show rolling. We got two guests that are big in Denver, doing a lot for everything, especially Bronco country. Two good fellas that I met a couple weeks back. I'm sure a lot of people know them by their name, so let's get into it. Welcome, the Denver Foos. How you guys doing over there?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
we are doing fantastic, man. Thank you all for coming on and showing us some love. And like Tim was saying, man, you guys be out in the community doing a lot of different stuff, showcasing all Denver has to bring, so that's definitely appreciated, man.
Oh, well, definitely. Especially, but Denver is nothing without the Broncos. The Broncos are the pulse. They're the veins of the community, If you could, the Broncos, if they lose, people are going to have a bad week. If the Broncos win, you're going to have a great week.
Absolutely. Abe, how you feeling after that clinching the AFC?
I actually can't hear Tim. I can't. I don't think I could hear Tim. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, wait, I muted myself.
Joe, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I don't know why we having trouble hearing Tim. Do I need to turn the speaker on? No, I can hear. No, I can't hear Tim at all.
Hi,
Tim. I don't know why.
I'm all the way up.
Try. Did you try? Let me remove you and put you back in. Let's see if that works. Try it again.
All
Tim.
right, hold on.
Oh, I could hear him. I could hear him. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties out there.
No worries. It's all good. This is show business. The show always will go on. There's always things, and you just got to handle it through adversity, just like the Broncos, baby. They handle it.
There you go. I think we're on the same page now, right, guys? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear him now? Still no good on Tim?
No.
All right.
It was
drop
good
all the
for
way
a
out,
moment, yeah.
Tim, don't touch anything. Just stay there for just a second. I got you.
Maybe if I just launch it on here. It's good.
All right. Try
What
it
about
now.
now? Anything?
No.
What's it on here?
I don't know what you.
Let me drop all the way
Maybe
out.
we
I'll be
need to
right
go
back
back
in.
in.
Joe, keep this show going, Joe. I'll be right back in.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so let's get into this Denver Foods, man. Like I said, I'm glad y'all here. We're gonna talk about this the Broncos. We're getting this. We got the number 1 seed. We got the bye week, so we definitely played amazing. Way bigger than I thought. Even last year with us being getting in the playoffs, I thought that was really over exceeding expectations. And this year, man, we kept it going, man. 13 wins. Only 2 losses, man. I just could not. I couldn't at the start. I would not think we'd be number 1 seed. I definitely thought we'd make the playoffs, but man, everybody's been stepping up, and we've had a great season. So definitely fun to been watching. And man, I know you guys have been firsthand and right in the pulse of everything. So how was the season for you guys?
Man, the season has been amazing. At times, the games aren't as exciting, but I think at the end of it, as long as they're getting the wins, we've all been there with the Peyton Manning years when we had the number one offense and you had high flying offenses scoring points, blowing out teams. And that's definitely fun to watch. But getting those dubs and just getting it done in the trenches with the defense, with running the ball, I think controlling the clock, even it might be boring to some people, but hey, they're getting the job done. They're the number one seed, and it's amazing. We got to just enjoy this. You know, for the past 10 years, it's been awful and hard to watch. So to watch them doing what they're doing now, this is a lot better than what it's been in the past 9 seasons prior to this. I would say, yeah, I didn't have high expectations, but we always have expectations as Broncos fans to make the playoffs, and win the division. That's kind of always an expectation as a Broncos fan, just to always have. And they definitely did that. But the number one seed, that exceeded my expectations. I would compare it to this. At the beginning of the season, if you said we were going to get the number one seed, it's like that Giants game. If you thought we were going to win that game, you're lying. You're lying, because I didn't think that. But it's the same thing, the same result. I'm excited with the result. It's our team, the Broncos. We ride with them, and orange and blue through and through.
Yes, sir.
Just testing real quick. Can you guys hear me now?
No, still can't hear you. Give me just a second.
Can you hear me, Joe?
No.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I don't understand why you can hear me. They can't. They might have to back out and come back in.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll come home. We might have to come back. Yeah, how about we come out and come back in, maybe?
Yeah, will you guys please, bro? Because Joe can hear me.
We might have to come back.
Well, tell him, Joe.
Yeah. Just drop out there. We got you.
They can hear me in the lobby, which is the weird thing.
Yeah, it was working before.
Yeah, and especially when I jump back on the lobby.
In the show, everyone can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hear him?
Can you
I
hear
still
me?
can't hear him.
I can
no.
hear you guys just.
That's crazy. I heard him for one time when he came in, and then he went out, and then.
Yeah.
Let me do this real quick. Hold on.
I get it.
But man, with this bye week, man, it gets everybody a chance to relax, to get some stuff out of the way before they get ready for this playoff run. 2 more home games, and we could be in San Francisco waiting to play for the Super Bowl, man. And 10 years removed from when we went there and did it against Carolina, So, man, it's something I'm excited and looking forward to. And man, I think we have the defense to do it. The offense is going to be sufficient. Like you were saying, me and Tim went to the Raiders game, and yeah, it was tough to watch. But being in the stadium was definitely a good vibe, and man, that was fun to watch. Even though it was hard, like I said, it was good to be in the stadium. So,
can you hear me now?
The best way I compare it for Bronco fans, it's almost mirroring the Super Bowl 50 season, because our offense wasn't sufficient. Peyton Manning, he was on his way out. Brock Osweiler came in and helped.
He had the plantar fascia injury, and it's like, is he even going to last the rest of the season or not?
Yeah, and but with Bo, it's the opposite. This guy, it's his second season. He's only getting better per each game. I mean, throughout the season. I really think the last few games, Sean Payton didn't really pull out the full playbook and was very just vanilla in the play calling, because, we potentially played a potential opponent with the Jaguars, so you don't want to show them too many of your cards. We also played the Chargers with their second and third strings. You don't want to show too many, and that's a division opponent. And those division games, regardless if the Raiders are the last seed, division opponents, there's always going to be that grit, that toughness, no matter what. I mean, The division games are always tough, no matter what.
And Sean Payton and the Broncos, they realize that we may see the Jaguars or the Chargers in the postseason.
Yeah.
But we still can't show them our complete hand.
Yeah,
You
so
know? So
Yeah, that's-
we're just real excited, man.
Yeah, and that's definitely something we gotta that people don't factor in, because Sean Payton definitely has some stuff in his bag that he's gonna be pulling out, in the playoffs. And like you guys were saying, they didn't want to. He doesn't want to tip nobody off and give nobody no films that they can study, and that's why he kept it kind of vanilla in some of these games. And like I said, we're gonna get a lot more once the playoffs do start. So I definitely see this as a good week for the rest for everybody. Get a couple of our players healed up a little bit more. So once we get everybody a little more healed up and man, see who we play next week, man, it'll definitely be good. And it's also good for the hometown fans, man. To get them a playoff home game, maybe two, man, something we haven't had in 10 years, since the last Super Bowl run. So it's definitely good to all around for not even just the city of Denver, but the fans, everybody to be able to get to partake in it. So,
Joe, can you hear me now?
That's right.
Joe,
Yeah.
I can hear.
can you guys hear me?
what the heck? They're coming.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
hear
so
him.
crazy.
Still can't hear him.
No.
No.
Joe, tell him all my mic readings are fine and you can hear me. Let them
Come
know.
on.
They might have to shut down their whole laptop and reboot or whatever. Let them know.
I've never seen this before either.
Did you guys want to just drop off the whole and then come back in with the link again?
Yeah, we could do that. Let's
Yeah.
give that a shot. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's redo that a shot.
Cool. All right, we'll be back in a second. But yeah, we're just talking about the first number one seed, and us earning the bye, and getting some rest for the players. And I was just getting in now how it'll be good for the city of Denver and everybody else to partake in this home in the home playoff game that we're gonna get.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want to cover all of that. I'm a little confused of why you can hear me and they can't, because they heard me in the studio, but the lobby.
So the first time when we backed out, and then I was about to add you back to the stage, I don't know what you did, but they heard you at that second.
Oh, really?
We can hear everybody now.
Yeah.
We can hear everyone
You can
now.
hear? We good?
Yes.
Good,
All
we're good.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all together now. We got it figured out.
Right on.
Yeah.
So Joe touched down a little bit about what you guys were talking about. I want to get into a little bit thing. So we have a segment over here. This is called First and Tailgate, fellas, and just follow along. This is a great segment. Joe, I'm gonna drop it real quick. So first and tailgate, fellas. First and tailgate. What we always do, obviously on tailgate, right? It's the beginning of the game. So what we do out of this network, big out shot to Libre, man. Libre said he knows you guys, and you guys said you know Libre as well. Nothing but a good guy. He hosts a hell of a tailgate. I want to ask you guys a couple questions. Because me and Joe, and I'm sure many people out there, have saw your TikToks, and you guys are going around with that mic that you have right now. How does your guys' tailgate start, man? How early do you get to the game? How many, do you guys just run around talking to people? Do they come to you? How does that work for you guys?
Oh, well, our tailgate journey, we've been tailgating for the past 15 plus years in Lot C.
Oh,
And we would actually line our cars up, especially during those Peyton Manning years, because Lot C is the only lot where it's a open lot. Every other pass you need a pass, and it's sold out. Lot C is the only one, and they begin
cast spots on the day of.
and they also in Lot C, there's allocated spots for just cash spots, and they're the earliest tailgate lot that opens at 8 a.m. So we on certain days we'd get there on Wednesday, Thursday, have our cars parked there, camped out, and then once we started coming out more with the microphone, that kind of stopped because we ended up having different. We got invited to the VIP tailgate over in Lot J. It's the official Broncos VIP tailgate. They got Miles. They got the cheerleaders. It's a fun, great experience. Unlimited food and drink. That Bullseye Events was kind enough to invite us to just cover and do coverage of that VIP tailgate. But that one doesn't open till 11. So our muscle memory of being Broncos tailgaters and fans, we're still there at 8 or 9 in the morning sometimes. We go
There you
around to where we used to tailgate right by C4 in Lot C.
Yeah.
We go check.
Many of those years, we made a lot of friends with a lot of other tailgates around and other lots and stuff. So we just kind of go and hit up all of our friends and buddies. I mean, we're all Bronco fans, so we're all friends and buddies anyway. But we pretty much
Definitely.
just go hit it. We kind of
That's
have
where-
like a kind of a map out where we go and visit people.
Yeah, so we got to go say hi to all the family, all our friends, our Broncos family, and then head on over and do coverage over there in the VIP tailgate. But yeah, I mean, we get there as early as 8 or 9 now on game days. But a lot
I
of them
know.
other people in Lot C, they're in there at 6 a.m. because they got to.
Yeah, Libre's in there early, man. He's been telling me he's like in like C10, C12, depending on what exact parking he has. But he's in there super early, man, and his tailgate is a blast. I appreciate you guys being on a show. I know we had some audio difficulty, but we're over that. Joe went to Libre's tailgate today. So when you guys give Lot C love, man, that true Bronco fans know what that's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's right there where all the action is. It's right there near the south stands where that's the groudiest fans from the original Mile High Stadium to now.
Yeah, definitely. Joe, what do you think about that tailgate over in Lot C?
I mean, I've been going to it since because my sister's friend, Mile High Missy, I know she's been on a couple of your guys' videos too.
Shout out to Missy.
Shout out.
So that's my sister's friend, and so we go down to her tailgate. Right there, she's right there by the fire truck guy.
Yeah, the fired up tailgate. Shout out to the fired up tailgate. I love those guys. They're right behind where our tailgate in C4 with BC tailgates. Yes.
Oh yeah, they got me fired up many times. It was me and my dad be.
Yeah.
But
do you? Oh, go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fun times. All the other tailgates. You get to pop around and they'll bring shots of bring some food and everything. Man, just good camaraderie. Yeah. So Lot C's definitely been where definitely I had a lot of tailgates. So.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? I mean, if none of us knew each other, if you guys weren't brothers or me and Joe, because me and Joe, give you a little history about me and Joe. We met each other freshman year. The reason why we're the My High OUTKAST, our team name, his dad, I still call coach to this day. Our name was the OUTKAST. So it's always good. You guys are brothers to do it. And I got a great friend, a childhood friend that I do a podcast with. Let me ask you guys. I mean, you guys are brothers. You guys just love it on a day-to-day basis, or who thought of it? Like, let's start doing this.
Well, we've always had just a background in entertainment. We've always been a duo. We did music, we toured, we produced, we wrote, we did a lot of different things with our group Expensive Taste. We were a hip hop group. And so we've always been a tandem. I mean, ever since we were even kids. I mean, we were brothers, but we're best friends too at the same time. Some family members and siblings, they don't get along or they don't even talk. We're blessed enough to have just a great relationship with each other ever since we were kids. I personally never really thought of anything else having it any other way, really. I mean, I've always imagined partnering up with my brother, whether it was a business, whether it was music, whether it's podcasting, whatever it is. We're 4 years apart, but we're inseparable. And I think a lot of people in the community, a lot of different people, they know that too. Anytime we show up anywhere by ourselves, they're like, "Where's your brother at? Why is it just you?" So I kind of wouldn't never imagine it any other way. But just with the background in entertainment, me, of course, as you can see, I'm kind of a motor mouth. I'm always just, I love the sound of my own voice, my brother says, but which I guess I do sometimes. But
I got you. I got you.
but
Yeah.
it just started as we moved back here to Colorado about 10 years ago. That during that season of Super Bowl 50, and then just kind of just seeing the growth of just Colorado and just remembering what it was like growing up here in Colorado, and just certain things like, and then throughout the last 10 years, with the Broncos kind of making a down slope and noticing how the new people didn't realize like the culture of sports and the culture of Colorado, how much it means to Denverites. And, like I said, the mood, if the Broncos lose, you're going to have a bad week. If the Broncos win, you're going to have a great week. And that goes with everybody, even from rest in peace to my late great grandmother. She didn't really care too much for football, but she knew how much it mattered to us and just the community of Denver and the whole region, the Rocky Mountain region, of just how it affects everything, whether it be the economy. We get 2 extra playoff games, so that's going to boost uh, the grocery stores. People are going to go and buy. They're going to have watch parties. They're going to, it definitely stimulates the economy as far as that goes, and just brings the morale up when people can come together from all different backgrounds and celebrate something like the Broncos or like a Nuggets championship or just things like that. So just
Absolutely.
seeing how I felt like that representation or that culture that is strongly here in Colorado was kind of getting overlooked online. It just kind of made me want to just kind of show how great Colorado is, how great Denver is, our culture, and living in California, living in Las Vegas. We lived in those 2 different cities. It People didn't know a lot about Denver. They didn't know about the culture of Colorado. So we wanted to just show off the urban culture, show off the sports culture, show off just everything, how great it is. Because even
What
one
Denver's
comment,
all about, right? What
yeah,
I can agree
yeah.
what I can agree with there is that me and Joe are natives, man. His dad is native, my dad is native. Like they last week, Joe's dad, which I still call coach, was on the show, and he was talking about the way back games. You know what I mean? So this is how far Joe's dad goes back. So everything you guys are talking about the Denver community and all of that, it makes perfect sense. I'm not saying that there's not people born in Denver that still not Bronco fans that don't support the Broncos or whatever. But the Denver, when you're in Denver, especially now, how Joe said, we got the Broncos, we got the As, we got the Nuggets, everything's coming out. One thing, Joe, before you get into some comments, so this is the CEO, the owner of the network, Orange and Blue Network. There's Johnny Mile High Viking. His son is gonna get baptized this
Oh,
weekend,
wow.
and Isaiah, the co-founder CEO of the Orange and Blue Network, is gonna do it. They're like this. They started this for us. They are trying to do something for all of us. We got 7 shows a week. I mean, we got multiple shows during certain days. We got a Spanish speaking, which Libre does on Fridays, which people that are not good at English, whatever, like you can go watch it in Spanish. So everything, Johnny, shout out to your son getting baptized, Isaiah. What a great thing that is, to be that close to somebody. I know you guys are blood brothers right next to each other, but Joe's my brother too, and that's how Johnny and Isaiah are. So Joe, you can bring us a couple comments, my bro.
Yeah, I got you. We got Bronco Rob in the house. Shout out Bronco Rob. He said, "Whoa,
Bronco Rob.
yeah, go Broncos, man." Hey,
Yeah, what's up?
Bronco Rob does our play-by-play on the network, so really good guy.
Nice.
Too. And then we got these dudes saying, "What's up? Let's go Broncos." You know it.
Yeah.
Libre.
House. What's up, guys? What's up, man? Shout out to Libre again. Shy Vargas, he's our resident hype man. He makes a video, says, "Let's go Broncos." He makes a hype video on the Bronco game days, and man, it gets us ready to end the show and get into the game. So shout out, Shy.
Everything's looking great.
He does a great job.
Oh yeah, got Dak. He said, "Hey, y'all, OUTKAST Miami is up. I picked him." Well, yep, of course.
Oh, come on. Don't be coming on the show like that. So what he's
I was
talking about? He's talking about
I
the
was-
U, and I'm going for Ole Miss, Bronco, our Denver Foos. I'm going for Ole Miss. So
okay.
he's coming in.
Oh
under-
yeah.
I got the U
but
winning. I got the U winning. So
he does have a great show. Well, speak of the devil, my brother George. Can I?
Yeah.
He said, "What up, Outcast, my brothers?" They both have a show on Monday called Broncos Bros. Denver Foos, man. Please tune in to that if you can. Any podcast on this network, please tune in. They're all great.
Yeah.
But that is my brother George. I was at the game with him on Sunday. We tailgated with Libre, and we got that #1 seed, baby.
Yeah.
Keith coming in the house. He said, "Good evening, Broncos country. You can only pick one to return: Dre Greenlaw or J.K. Dobbins."
Oh, man.
If I only got one to pick, I'm picking Dobbins.
You picking Trey Greenlaw?
Oh, they're both
or
injury prone.
Greenlaw?
They're both injury
They're
prone.
both injury, but who would you pick to come back?
Greenlaw.
Abe, let's start with you.
Greenlaw.
Who would
Big
you take?
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw?
I need that intensity. I need the defense to be
Fired up.
I think we
Tim,
lost
who-
him.
Yeah. Who'd you go for?
Oh man, I gotta go Dobbins. That's Ohio State, man. Greenlaw, dude, he's nasty. He's good, but what I will say about him is that I mean they're both injury prone. But I would go Dobbins, not only because he's Ohio State, is because he's
you're either one. Hold on.
when he was in there for the first
What's up?
7-8 weeks, however long it was. He did a lot, so I would take Dobbins back. What do you say, Joe? Who would you take?
Like I said, I go Dobbins. All right, Abe. So you were saying you go Greenlaw for the intensity.
Hold on, really quick, guys.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'd go Dobbins. Like I said, I think our defense has withstanded a lot of injuries. So if I had to pick one, Keith, I would definitely go with Dobbins. I think we need a strong running game. So yeah, I'd go with Dobbins. So like I said, the defense is held up with all the injuries we've had already. So
Abe, you ready to go back?
Right. Yeah, that's right. The defense.
What about Green? What about
That's a
Greenlaw,
good take,
Abe?
definitely. I mean, RJ Harvey's looking great.
he's definitely put up some good stats and been a solid runner through the in between the tackles, a lot better than what I would have thought.
Definitely.
All right,
You want me to go into the next? Oh, go ahead.
We'll do a couple of. We got Jay Weaver. He said, "What's up, foos? Welcome to the Orange and Blue Network." Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, Jay Weaver? Thank you
That's
for
Jay the
welcoming us.
Dream Weaver, bro. That guy, man. That guy has so much sports knowledge. It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
And he's always hospitable. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
And he's a cousin of Mahi Viking Johnny, the one who set it up.
What's
Well,
up?
Sweet.
One more. Let's get a Shine here again. He said, "Who do you think the Broncos will play?"
Ooh.
Well, Shy, we can get in. We can get in.
You want to pull it up, Joe? You want to
Yeah,
pull it
that
up?
can lead in. Yeah, that can lead into it. We'll
Yeah.
go ahead and see. So let me pull this up here. I should have had it ready.
You're good.
Shy-
You're good.
Shy
But
beat
that's
me
what
to
Shy does. He asks us the hard questions. We got to be ready for that,
Yeah.
Shy, nothing but love for you, man. So Joe's gonna bring
right.
up this real quick, fellas, and
Oh, there it is, the bracket.
so I'm gonna start with Abe. Abe, is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Broncos got the bye, and then
Yeah.
you got Steelers, Texans, right? You got Jags, Bills, and
Patriots
I
and
can't-
Chargers.
I can't.
Patriots.
I can't.
The last
scroll,
one is
but-
the last one is Patriots Chargers.
Okay. So, Abe, if you had to choose who would win to play us, who would you choose?
Who would I choose? Like, who would I want to play, or who do I think
Who
would
do you
probably?
think we're gonna play? Not want to.
Let me see that again. Let me see it.
We got the
No,
Steelers,
hold on, dude.
Texans,
Usually
Jags,
the other way.
Chargers. So
He's checking it out. He's checking it out.
I'm looking at the seeds. I don't have them memorized. I think we're gonna see the Chargers. I can see
There
that
you go.
happening. I can see that happening.
you
I
see them
don't-
beat the Patriots, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Drake May's too
yeah,
young.
because May's probably just gonna go out in the first round, and then we'll just see them again. Because they want us bad again too, you know. I couldn't remember what player it was at the like Denver sucks. I don't care.
Yeah, the Chargers. It was the
The
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, it's the Chargers.
So that's why I said they want us bad.
Yeah,
Joe,
That would be
Joe,
tough.
Joe, who would you take?
man. I mean, I think we might be playing the Bills. So
Yeah.
that would be my if I'm picking. I think we might be playing the Bills.
Mhm.
Hey, I don't mind that if the Chargers beat the Patriots, man, that'd be a hell of an upset. And we could beat, but for me,
Yeah.
I'm not scared of anybody. We're gonna beat whoever comes into Denver. They are not gonna be able to compete with us with this the way the stadium's gonna be fired up, man. So whoever they want to bring, we gonna be ready.
Definitely. Benny, over there, man. Who would you pick? Who are we playing?
I think there's not going to be any upsets. And I think we're going to just end up having to take out old man Rodgers once again, like we did 10 years ago when he was on the Packers. And the Steelers I think we're going to end up seeing the Steelers because I think Jacksonville will beat Buffalo at home. They got a lot of momentum right now. Jacksonville, they beat us, so, they're high and mighty. And then they've been just winning and winning. And I don't think Josh Allen, I think why didn't they couldn't even beat the Patriots to get there. They couldn't even win their division. You know what I mean? They got some issues. They might be trying to play it vanilla themselves and just waiting for the postseason. But if you can't, you don't got Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. I don't care if it's Vrabel and McDaniels, even though it's like the Patriots 2.0. But you couldn't handle them. You couldn't win. You couldn't win the East over there. I think they're gonna get upset. I think, or not upset. Even though they're the favorite, they should be the favorite. Jaguars since it's at home, but I think the Bills are probably the favorite, and then the Patriots will take care of business. I think the Chargers were Charger. The Chargers just Charger. Patriots have always had their number just in history. And then I think, old man Rodgers, he'll pull one out, over with the Texans and win. And then we're going to have to see the Steelers.
I see what you're saying there. No upsets. You're going 1 through 4, right? So
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. But Abe, if I can talk to you for a sec, bro, I totally agree with you. I think the Chargers rested their players in the last week for a reason. I know we didn't beat them pretty, but that's Sean Payton's own will of mine. Like, let's just barely get enough to win till we get to the playoffs. I don't think San Diego. I know everyone out here on this podcast right now in Broncos country, we're not scared of anyone. Neither am I. But I'm gonna tell you what, I don't think San Diego's scared of New England at all. And I think San Diego is gonna go into Foxborough, make an upset, and we're gonna play San Diego here in the divisional round in Denver. Once again, I'm not saying I'm scared of them, but I'm saying they're gonna go in fresh with their starters coming back, and they're gonna go out for May. Dude, New England's whole regular season schedule, everyone can talk shit about the Broncos as much as they want. They can all talk about, oh, we barely won this game. We barely won this game. Oh, this is the worst number 1 seed ever. No, we are the number 1 seed. And guess what? New England lost, to the Raiders. That's how we got the tiebreaker. You know what I mean? We swept the Raiders. There's multiple things to think about, dude. So I don't think San Diego is done playing yet. I think San Diego's going to Foxborough to play.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great, I agree with everybody. So
yeah. Well, everyone that's in the playoffs is in the playoffs for a reason, right, fellas?
Right.
Let's be real about that. I'm not personally scared about anybody, but Shy, to answer your question, me and Abe, we're taking Chargers.
Over the Pats.
Joe got the Bills over there, and then we got a Steelers pick as well. So 4 of us here, and there's 3 different picks. So that's why we play. That's why we play the game, right, fellas?
That's
Right. I think I just picked the easiest route. I think it would be cool to get Rodgers on a short week because they play Monday night. So
Yeah.
it would kind of be kind of a cool. But I mean, yeah, but we want the toughest route, and so there's nothing people could say about it when we end up on top in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yes,
gotta
sir. Yeah.
beat the best to be the best. And I think we did
Yeah.
that. I think we did a pretty good job of that this year, man. People say we had a easy schedule. Well, we got to go to Philadelphia and beat the defending Super Bowl champs, which we did. We beat KC twice. So, I mean, I think we did pretty good with the schedule we got. And, there's like we said, everybody's an NFL team. So, they got professional players just like us. And we went out and handled biz. And
Put a
got
beat down on Dallas. We, also beat Green Bay. I mean, come on. Hey, what I don't get is all this AFC, NFC talk. The only difference between AFC and NFC is that their seeding was predicted. Where the AFC, there's new teams.
Oh my God.
There's new teams coming up. We're not looking
Yeah.
at KC no more. I mean,
Right.
Cincinnati's long gone. Even though they weren't a playoff really contention team. I mean, they were supposed to be in there. Bills barely got in. So they're saying the AFC is scheduled because these teams are not winning. Hey, it's not my fault they're not winning on a week-to-week basis. You know what I mean, guys?
Right. It's our problem. The Patriots can't beat the Raiders. or the Colts tanked out. They were the number one seed. What about for 13 weeks almost?
And they just took a nosedive.
Well, the quarterback got hurt, and then they tried to bring Old Man Rivers to bring a miracle back.
I will say Rivers didn't look totally awful.
No,
coming back at what,
Right.
44?
Right.
I mean, it's not like I liked him as a Charger because he, I mean, these past 10 years been rough on Denver. You guys said you have season tickets going back to your older generations. Joe's been going to games with his dad since he was a kid. Like, we all have ties, but look we're out of that 10-year drought. And instead of mainstream media, this is why I don't watch mainstream media. None of them want to look at the Broncos like we're somebody. Nobody wants to look at the Broncos like they're somebody. Fellas, I'm going to start with either one of you. What do you guys think when everyone just puts all that negative vibes on us? Like Denver's not a true number one seed.
I love it. I love it. I love coming in as the underdog or just being overlooked. I kind of feel like that's always just been our story, even just the city in Colorado of Denver, just people just overlooking at everything at every aspect.
Yeah.
But when we're really just a diamond in the rough, I like it. I mean, I feel like anytime we're favored or people are really gassing us up as being the good team, it usually doesn't end well. I would like Super Bowl 48. I mean, we were rolling over teams. We were the for sure favorite to beat Seattle, and it didn't, and it went the total opposite way. So I love just the comfortability of just, okay, you think we're not the real thing, you're gonna find out. It's just always feels better to be the underdog or the overdogs, like Bo Nick said.
Overdogs.
Yeah.
What say you, Abe?
It's definitely just cemented in our identity as an organization, just for everyone always doubting us, and that becomes our fuel. And I think it feels awesome. It feels normal. You know what I mean? It feels comfortable like this.
It feels comfortable, right? Joe,
Yeah.
Joe, what do you say about that? I have heard you for weeks, but go ahead and tell the Denver Fools how you feel about us being the underdog.
I mean, I was a little hesitant, but after the KC win in Week 11, I mean, all that all the doubt was gone from me after that, man.
Right.
And I've been, die hard, like we're just gonna go in and handle business. And like I said earlier, it's been some ugly games, but like we also said, Sean Payton doesn't want to show too much. He knows our defense is stout enough to hold these teams, and we've held teams not even scoring touchdowns or just one touchdown. So I definitely have been all in, and like I said, whoever we play, they come into Denver. This home field advantage, the crowd, everything like that, man. It's just it's very it's a very hard place to win in, and it's been that way since the old Mile High Stadium. So man, it's It's just and like I said, let the haters hate. Let them hate. They, like you guys said too. They don't know a lot about Denver, and they think Denver's slow cowboy town, and like there's not much going on. So let the national media hate, man. And then all like I said, all I want to hear at the end of the day is my song playing. Put my hands in the air because all we do is win, no matter what. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
So, just let them keep hating.
So
Definitely.
like we said, the word of the day to everybody, let's say that Sesame Street, the word of the day is overdogs. Let's
Overdogs.
put that in perspective here. And through we didn't do the whole bracket. We answered Shy's question, who we thought would go. We played in the divisional round, which is cool. Shy, thank you for always coming. Like Joe said, resident hype man. You guys got to watch his video. He's on YouTube, man. He hypes up Orange and Blue Network. So dope, man. But what I will say, there's nobody out there that all four of us right now talking between Bronco fans, not just because we're Bronco fans, but knowing that we're scared of. Let them come through Denver.
Yeah.
You guys were at that Charger game. You saw how loud it was. And you know what? It's only going to get louder in the playoffs.
Oh,
right.
yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I got to compliment the fans because it's been a long time, since we've been in this type of position. And it felt so good to hear the crowd really just be so loud just throughout the later half of the season. The more and more we kept winning and winning and winning, I would even take it further that it felt like the original Mile High, because even from the original Mile High, I felt like it did dilute a little bit because there was a little bit of more corporate money, and so you don't have enough of the original diehards from the original Mile High. So, it did kind of dilute, but the Rocky Mountain Thunder was always there. The Mile High Thunder was always there. But just, I would say in these last 6 home games, I could really feel it. And it really was reminiscent to when I was a child going to Mile High. And just, I think it's just a whole new generation, too, of Broncos fans. Even to my nephew, he's 8 years old. He's taken a liking of the Broncos the last 2 years. We've been taking him to every single game. I see other younger fans they might have been only born 10 years ago when Super Bowl 50 came, or say they're 12, 13, 14, 15, anybody under 18, they were children, and now they hear about the stories of Mile High Magic, and they got to witness it in that New York Giants game, and they're just witnessing all this greatness happening and just winning. So I think there's a whole great new generation of energy of the younger fans that are in attendance that are bringing the Mile High Thunder.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree.
Definitely. So I mean, like I said, we're not going to go throughout the whole playoff thing. We got home field advantage, right? Joe, you want to get it in the memory, or you want to do the coaches thing?
Whichever one. Whichever one you want to do. You go ahead.
All right. So right now, fellas, what me and Joe do every week, it's called a Mile High Memory, and usually what it is we talk about a retired player. I've done Carl Mecklenburg. Joe's done Champ Bailey. Like the list goes on and on. We always just talk about somebody that impacted Denver so much. Last week, I'm gonna do a shout out again, and this was Joe's take because it was when we went on New Year's Day was the anniversary of Jarrett Williams' demise, his passing. Hope, prayers and thoughts to his family that are still, remembering him, because all Broncos country remembers him, right, guys?
For sure.
So what I will say is that we got a Mile High Memory that is the anniversary again, in which Joe pulled up again. This is why I love this guy. This guy, man, he knows it. He knows his stuff. So not a year ago, but the anniversary of the date is the Tim Tebow throw in the first overtime new rulings to Demaryius Thomas.
Oh, man.
To go for a touchdown, because you can win by a field goal on the first drive, right? You had to
Right.
If you scored a touchdown, it's over. We're playing Pittsburgh, which it looks like you're over there wanting to play Pittsburgh again. You might have some. You might, you want that to happen again. Joe, why don't you take us into a little bit of that?
Yeah. So this is going to be the Mile High Memory for today. We're just going to do one all together. Like Tim was saying, the Tim Tebow to Demaryius Thomas. So let's let it roll.
All right.
40. It's Thomas at the 50.
nice.
Skipper got him free to the 30, to the 20. Thomas to the 10.
Turn on those
Denver's
jets.
going on to
DT
the
was
end.
gone.
They win it on the first play of overtime.
Heck yeah. Get off me. Baby said, get off me.
He said,
Possession to close it out. They do it on the very
Yeah.
first play.
Baby.
There's your boy, Tim.
That's DT's corner, baby. It's history. And then a Tebow right after. That was sick. Oh man, that play gives me chills. That is amazing. I mean, that whole season, Demaryius Thomas. I was yelling at the TV, throw it to Demaryius, because Demaryius was in his second season. And then he came up right after Megatron over Georgia Tech, and I was just like, I believed in him because we seen flashes of that greatness all the times, but he was kind of going through an injury that year in the beginning. So but I mean, I always seen that capabilities of that. And Tebow, shout out to Tebow. He made that crazy weird left arm throw, but he pulled that shit off. It was amazing.
The throw of the game.
he turned into a quarterback in overtime, right?
Yeah, and that was a taste of Mile High Magic right there. I mean, the Steelers, they were a tough team. I mean, they still had Big Ben. He was a Super Bowl. I think he had just won the Super Bowl too. I think, right? The year before.
Yeah, I think so.
Or he was in the Super Bowl. He got beat by Rodgers. Rodgers beat him the year before. But still, they were the defending AFC champions. I mean, they had it, and that just shows you come into Denver, that's what happens, man. Mile High Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna see some more of that magic here in the first game. Next week, whoever comes here, man, they're gonna get some a taste of that Mile High Magic that we got. But that was Tim. Tebow was Tim's guy, so man, I struggled.
Whatever.
I thought you said you liked Tebow. Like I said,
guy.
whoever's the Broncos quarterback, I tried to ride with them, but man, Tebow time was really rough, man. That was but in the fourth quarter, man, he would find a way to get it done. So yeah, shout out Tim Tebow too, man. And R.I.P. Demaryius, man. Always
definitely
with us in spirit.
Yes, absolutely.
One thing I will say is when it was the Giants game, when they were giving the 50 chains out. I don't know if you guys got one or not, but literally everyone got one but me. But I won't go into that. But DT's mom signed that shirt right there.
Oh wow!
And I put it on the wall. And my brother George was actually the one trying to bring her over, like, hey, And everyone started taking jerseys and hats off, and Demaryius' father and mother started signing a bunch of stuff in, because that's when they pulled the statue off in the South Stands. You know what I mean? Unveiling. Right. So It was a great day. So yeah, Joe, shout out to DT. What I will say, I want to continue the Tebow talk real quick. When I saw that play, I was at my uncle's house, and he had a bi-level house, but the ceiling wasn't very high. It was about 8 foot high. So when that happened, I jumped out off the couch, and I went like this, and I knocked his ceiling fan off of the ceiling. And he got mad. He goes, "What are you doing to my house?" I'm like, "Why'd you have me sitting over here?" So, bro, gosh. Like, I was just so hyped. Like, I can't believe the first play. Yeah. You know what I mean? We go down. Joe, what was your memory when that play happened? Where were you at? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was at my mom and dad's house watching the game, and man, dude, I damn near ran out of the front door like I was Demaryius with the ball, man. I was just so jumped. Like I said, I jumped up, and once I seen he was getting the touchdown, I ran outside, and it was just yelling outside, and then came back in and seen the John Elway and everybody shaking their head. Oh man, yeah. So that was just another good time for Bronco country, man. And man,
yes,
so that was very amazing.
Yeah.
Abe, what about you? What do you remember that play? Where were you at? Do you remember?
Absolutely. We were doing our music, and we were living in California, and we were all watching the game. And similar to Joe's story, we basically were just jumping up, just yelling. I mean, living in California, you have a lot of different fans. So when something good like that happens, we ran outside and we're just like, Broncos! Just make sure the whole neighborhood hears what's up. And that's what we did.
Nice,
That was
nice.
great.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. We all got that memory. Joe, I want to give a shout out to you, bro, for thinking of something like that. The anniversary of the date. Not only did you do it last week, but with Darren Williams, tragic demise, but you did it with Tebow to DT, And if anyone realizes it, that was the first time ever those rules got put into place. And we're like, we ain't trying to kick a field goal. Let's go get this touchdown. And you know what? Tebow or not, we're getting this. So
Right.
yeah.
Well, yeah. With that, knowing that with us being the first ones to do that, I'm sure I was one of them on the Redskins or the Washington Commanders game when they went into overtime and we scored. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, he can't finish a game and beat Mahomes, so they had to change the rules for him.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna disagree. I'm just gonna let's make that very, very aware of why the reasons and this and that for certain people to have their place in the AFC or the whole NFL, right? I mean, but you know what? Denver did it without no help this year. Denver did it with no help. They didn't get the penalties. They didn't, no, they got penalties. I mean, like called against to like win a game. We didn't have all that KC love. You know what I mean, guys?
Right.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No, we got the what they call when they missed the field goal and then the leverage. We got the leverage call.
Leverage call.
Yeah.
Two games lost in 4 seconds. What?
Yeah.
And that was week 2 and 3. That was week 2 and 3, and we still came out 14-3.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So we got a next segment, fellas. I want to get into. We call it "Put Some Props on It," and normally what we do is pick one player. Who do you think was the best to come out during that week? But seeing that we're past our last week, we're gonna do it for the year. So I want both of you guys to realize I won't make you guys go first. I'll go first on this one, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I want you guys to think about one player from the Denver Broncos that impacted and had a reason for our record, and he did it year in, injury prone or whatever. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
Basically.
All right, so Joe, let's put some props on it. So this one, to everyone out there watching, we're gonna put some props on it for the whole year. And what we're gonna do is, I guess I'll lead it off.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Riley Moss. Riley Moss got picked on all year, had been more targeted than any cornerback in the NFL, got more bullshit pass interference calls than you could freaking imagine. And what I will say is that I think that Riley Moss, when PS2 went down, he went off and became a number one cornerback. There's not many number twos that you can put in a number one slot. I'm not saying that his other secondary didn't help or the rushing didn't help. I'm not saying any of that. But what I will say is I'm going to put some props on it for Riley Moss because I think he was a ride or die for the Broncos all year long. All year long, Riley Moss, through adversity, through bullshit pass interference calls, to PS2 injuries, to all of that. I think Riley Moss handled himself in one of the greatest fashions as a cornerback, because if anyone knows, cornerback is like the hardest position to play, man. Like, I want to give huge shout out to Riley Moss from the whole Bronco country, and you are my props on it for the whole year. The whole year is Riley Moss.
That's good. I like it.
Definitely.
I can go next too.
Go ahead.
I would pick, all four of our well, not just four, but our defensive line. But man, I'm gonna get one, and it's gonna be Zach Allen. He's definitely been a force in the middle. got some sacks, good in the run game, and it's been pretty available through the whole year. Even though he's had a couple games, I think he had to sit out one game or something like that. But yeah, without injuries, everything, man, he's been definitely a stalwart in the middle, and man has been one of the forces up on the line that's kept us with the defense doing really good, and our sack total being up there. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Zach Allen for the year.
I like it. Zach Allen was a beast. So which one of you fellas want to pick? Put some props on it. What individual player for the Broncos would you guys put it for?
I would. Okay, my first one would be Riley Moss. I agree with you, Tim. But I want to be a little creative. I want to be a little creative here. I want to choose a sleeper, and I would think it would be Ingram, the tight end, because he's been made a lot of great clutch catches when we needed him to. If you ask me, he's been very patient because we could easily get him more involved, and we should. And I think he's going to be a big part of this postseason push as we move forward. So I would say Ingram.
I like.
Oh man, I like it.
Tim's been all about Ingram too, and man, like you were saying, the Commanders game when he had that long run, that was very clutch for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Benny, I guess you're last, bro. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna go with the Nick Bonito, baby. I mean, he's just had an amazing season. Just continued off of last year to this year, and just dominating. I mean, I'm going with the fan favorite Nick Bonito.
Yeah,
Casa Bonito.
Is there any particular play that you liked about Bonito? Because mine was when he put his hands up and swatted the 2-point conversion down.
Yeah, that was a very clutch play. I mean, that's a MVP caliber defensive player caliber play. When the pressure comes on, our defense shows up, and Nick Bonito is one of the leaders of that defense that shows up when they have to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, we all got ours. I like the Ingram take because we could get him more involved. And I've been screaming that. Joe just said that all year. I've been saying, man, Ingram's there. Use him. Do something. Hopefully in the playoffs, as you said, the sleeper, hopefully in the playoffs, no one sees Ingram coming and he just gets that ball, baby.
Yeah.
He could be like Daniels in Super Bowl 50. Remember? That was the first completion.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So Joe, you got any comments out there or?
Yeah, we'll throw a shot up here. He said Chargers. It was back when we were talking earlier. Chargers offensive line injured, so he wouldn't mind seeing them come play here. And yeah, their offensive line is definitely a little banged up. So yeah, like we were saying, man, whoever we play, we'll handle them here in Denver.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. We'll let you guys get out of here soon, man. What we do is our last segment is Fourth and Forecast. What we do is kind of do predictions, but before we get into Fourth and Forecast, Joe, you wanted to talk about it. The Nuggets, man, playing without their starters.
Yeah, I mean they were on the East Coast road trip to 7 games right after Christmas. They were 3-4 record, so but in the second game against the Heat. That's when Jokic got hurt. So that was the only game they got blown out in the road trip. Like I said, the first game with Jokic, they lost by 1. Once Jokic got hurt against the Heat, it kind of shocked everybody. The next game they came back against the Raptors and won that by 3. Lost to the Cavs by 5. And then they played the Nets. They got lost by 12. Nets played above their skill level. And then the one we were talking about on the 76ers, they had to play with only 9 guys and no starters. And Philadelphia had a pretty good amount of their starters, and were a pretty good team out there. And man, they the Nuggets put it to them, went to overtime and won by 1. And man, that was a great win for everybody. These backups and reserves, man, they have stepped up and played really good. And then they even won last night against the Celtics, another good one. Nice. So yeah, these Nuggets have been on this road trip. They definitely been overachieving and stepping up, and everybody's been playing good. Peyton Watson has been freaking man.
Watson's nice, dude. Watson,
yeah. Watson.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? no starters in type deal with the Nuggets, like Joe was saying, man, you got to give them some props, right? You know what I mean? You got to.
Oh, definitely, definitely. But I honestly, this might not be a favorite thought, but I think this is like a blessing in disguise. I think for the past 6 years, the Nuggets overall have just put too much pressure on the Joker. And it's kind of just like, I could take it back to the football, like the Peyton Manning effect. You have this elite player, and everyone just depends on them to just hold it all down. But it takes a team. It's a team sport. Basketball, you need those guys off the bench to come on hot. You need the other starters. Even Jamal Murray has admitted to where he passes the ball to the Joker because when you have a once in a lifetime player like that, how do you not pass the ball to him? I think it's a blessing in disguise, and it couldn't have come at the right time. And let them miss the Joker a little bit and put it in that work and get those chemistries going and get their play up to that level. Once the Joker comes back, I think right before All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break, it's all downhill, and it's the perfect scenario. Basketball is such a long season. 10 basketball games are like one football game. I kind of like to compare it like that. So, you can lose a little few games, but definitely that road trip, that's going to bring chemistry, camaraderie of the bench of these guys. And it's going to just give that confidence and that belief that they're able to win no matter what, beat the good teams like the Celtics, like the 76ers at home. It's just great overall. It's something to very be excited about, and I don't think it could have came at a perfect time in a long NBA season to get their confidence up, get the chemistry. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you guys say over there, Abe?
I would say go back to a couple years back when we went out in the postseason, but it just seemed like our starters were overworked, and maybe this is some of the resting points that they need, during the season, just to kind of break up the monotony. And like I said, get like Ben said, get the bench guys and even some other guys that don't play at all some time to get some experience against some tough teams. And no better time than for it to happen than right now.
Yeah, definitely. And you can compare it in my eyes. We didn't have a bench last season. We didn't have a bench.
Right.
So
right.
If everything that happened to us this year happened last year, we wouldn't have made that playoff run with OKC 7 games or whatever.
Right.
So for our bench to step up and once again, Joe, I'm gonna give you mad props for bringing this up. Man, we're playing without starters and we're still making an impact. And what you guys are talking about, the camaraderie, I didn't really think about it that way. But you know what? When you lose a Jokic, Joe, to you guys, when you guys lose that, or when we lose that, it takes a huge fall. I mean, that's kind of going without Jordan when you're the Bulls. You know what I mean? That's kind of going without Kobe when you're the Lakers. So they're getting together. I'm not saying they look the absolute best, but man, even without our starters in there, that's still a playoff contending team in my eyes.
Yeah, and like you're saying, with everybody stepping up, it's and I don't we had a bench. I just don't think definitely the last coach, man, I'm blanking on his name, Malone. He didn't really like to play his bench too much. He definitely relied on his starters and had a really small rotation. So I definitely am glad to see these bench guys getting a chance to show that they can play, build up some confidence, and then when we need them, if we have anything happen, throughout the rest of the season, like you said, long season, man, they're ready to step up again and keep carrying us through next man up. And that's like I said, they've definitely been doing good. Peyton Watson last night 6 for 7 from threes, man. That's
like
insane. I said, insane. Zeke Naji, I used to think he was, he had a little bit of a goofy plays, man, but he's really been stepping up, playing good. So I'm definitely all for it, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, the way they're stepping up, and I will say Watson, dude. I mean, I didn't expect that at the beginning of the year. I didn't expect no high hopes, but obviously, he's in there in the rotation for a reason, and to be able to come in and step up it's huge, right, Joe?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, they that's why I said everybody, like they say statement wins or whatever. I really think that Philly game was a good statement win for us, and put us, especially with it being such a short bench, no starters, man. Like it was on the road, and that's like towards the end of the like what was the 7th game? That was the 6th game of their road trip. So yeah, I mean that they by that time they could have been worn out and just kind of riding on fumes to it, but they definitely man, they showed up and played, and they've been doing really good. So like I said, it's just a build up for the rest of the long season. For them to have all this confidence that they're getting.
Definitely. Before we get in forward to the forecast show, I think we lost our guest. They to let everyone know that they had a busy day. They were at the stock show parade, promoting, giving away gifts and sneakers and stuff like that. And then they met with like some government, so they weren't able to make it home. So their Wi-Fi might be a little iffy right now. But Denver Foos, I'm so glad that you guys came on the show.
Yes, much appreciated.
Yeah, you want to bring up 2 comments before we get in fourth and forecast?
Yeah. We got your bro out there. He said props. He was putting his props to RJ Harvey, taking over as running back 1 and proving he can pass block and become a 3 down back. Yeah, like I said, him running through the between the tackles, I was kind of concerned about, but man, he put all that to rest, and man, he was falling forward a lot more than what I would have expected. So man, he stepped up and did really good.
Well, Joe, one thing I want to say is that George is a bidet fan.
Oh, he's got one in his own?
Yeah. Don't let him fool you with that Harvey. Don't let him fool you with that Harvey. I'm just kidding, George. Yeah, he's been calling Harvey out, so put some props on it. Appreciate you.
Yeah. And then we got 75 crazy. Got Crazy Ray in the house. He said, "Evening, fellas. What's up, Crazy Ray? Hope you're having a good night."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening. We looking more and good.
Yes. And then we got George.
My dog George, man, my brother, man. I went with him to the game, and one thing I will say, man, we had a blast. Not only did we go with see Libre and stuff like that, but we saw a couple of friends. His pops tailgated with us. That's them text me now. They said they're sorry. Phone died. Been getting calls. They weren't at home. No worries, Denver Foos. We appreciate you being on the show. Give us a shout out whenever you can. No worries. But I had a great time with my brother George, man. And at the end of the game, I had a tug on my jersey, and my nephew, Savian, which is 12 years old, he are 13 now, maybe. But he's like, all I heard was uncle, so I called for George because George was way ahead of me. I'm like, George, so we can still be in the same thing. But I got to see my nephew. We got to see his pops. We got to see tons of friends and link up with Libre. So I know to a lot of people that last game was going to be like, I don't know if I want to go or not. To me, that might have been the funnest game of the year that I went to, man, because everybody was just there to get that number 1 seed and to see us get the number 1 seed, to like visually see it, man. It meant the world to me. And that's going to be a game that I'm always going to remember. And especially if we're Super Bowl bound and say that happens, I'm always going to remember, well, we got home field advantage from the game I went to. You know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah. Even watching it, man, I mean, that would have definitely been a good game to be at. Last year I went to the last game with my son. We went to the Chiefs game last year. It was to get us in the playoffs, but like I said, the Chiefs weren't playing everybody, but it was still a good feeling to know that we were going to the playoffs, just because that, and we got to see it live and everything. So yeah, I definitely feel you. And man, this year it's a little bit different though, because the expectations are growing and
higher.
Yeah, they're
but it's the same concept. What you're talking about, it's like the same exact game. We're not playing, starters, this and that. It's Last year was for a playoff run. This year's for home field advantage. So
Yeah,
either
yeah.
way, it's a great feeling for you and your son to have that last year. You know, it means something, right, Joe?
Yeah, yeah. And he got to go to the game. They went to the he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars game with my dad too this year. So he got to go to that game this year too. So he didn't get to go with me on us to the Thursday night game because he had school. But hey, still got to go to a game. And man, like I said, being in the stadium is definitely a different feeling. So it's always better to see it live. That's for sure.
Well, Joe, when me and you went to the Raiders, I'm not saying we whooped them and it was pretty, but when you're there, it's different. We won. If you're at home watching that game, you're gonna be like, "What was that?" But the live action, right, dude? Me and you had a blast, dude. Like at that Raiders game, which I'm sure you've had many times with Coach, and then now that you're saying you're taking your son to games, just being there is just awesome. Being able to be 20 minutes away, if that, from the stadium, just to go watch a game when you want. It's an amazing feeling in Denver.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm gonna bring up this last one.
Yeah.
Uncle Todd in the house. Great job tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Uncle Todd. Got nothing but love for you. That's my dog. Appreciate him. What do you say here? Yeah, I like that. Let's get into this fourth and forecast. All right, Joe, you want to bring some stuff up for us, or fourth and forecast has got nothing to do with Denver because we got to buy. Let's just say that. We got to buy so we don't have to predict what's going to happen in the first round of the playoffs. How good does that feel, Joe?
Feels pretty good. Give me just a second here.
No worries.
What we pulling up the Ole Miss score?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is that what we're doing? I that's all I see on there.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that.
My bad.
That's all good. Got it here in just a second. But you might not like what I just seen on there. So.
Oh, I'm not going to. I guarantee that.
They still got a little bit of time left. So we got the Hurricanes still up over the Ole Miss 17-13 still so
here it is, Joe. You predicted Georgia, so did your dad. I picked Ole Miss. So I won that round out of that.
Yeah.
You guys had you winning no matter what, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I had the. Yeah.
Is that true? Like, if I can recall.
Yeah. I had the U over whoever, whether it was Georgia or Ole Miss.
Okay. So we're at 123. They're only 4 points down.
Yeah. It's good. Nobody scored in the third quarter. It was this way at halftime when I checked. So this third quarter been scoreless.
Yeah, and we're not even into the fourth quarter yet, right?
No.
Okay, so we got 17-13. It looks like Ole Miss has the ball. You want me to go first on prediction, or you?
Go ahead. Like I said, mine was already,
Yeah. Well, I get it. I'm talking score-wise. I'm going to say Ole Miss comes back from this little, 4-point deficit. And I'm going to say we're going to pull it out 24-20. Ole Miss wins. That's my prediction.
Not bad. Man, if I'm going prediction on score, oh man, I'm gonna go just the opposite of what you're. I'll go 24-21. Miami scores another touchdown. Ole Miss scores, goes for the two, gets it. But yeah, so 24-21.
Still taking Hurricanes. I thought I can change your mind.
No.
Hey, what? Okay, real quick, Joe. No matter if we win or lose, and I don't mean to say we because Ole Miss isn't my team, but
Yeah.
um, whether they win or lose, you got to give Ole Miss some mad credit for doing what they did. And you know what? You got to do the same thing because then I'd be biased. You got to do it for Indiana too because Indiana came. Look what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So win or lose with Ole Miss, I'm pulling for Ole Miss, but I hope because we're not gonna get the next segment, right? You're gonna have the Broncos bros next. You know, they'll probably touch down on all of this. But I just wish that everyone knows. And what I give my brother George a lot of credit for is that he gave me my props. I've been screaming Ole Miss. Tim's been screaming Ole Miss all year. And I just thought, dude, I saw something in them. They've never, ever been my team, but I saw something from week 1 with Ole Miss. Whether they win or lose against the U, I think the U is playing for something more that's more important, like a reputation, because they might not have got let in. Does that make sense? You know,
Yeah.
so we'll just go crush everybody. And that's not a bad thing. But I still win or lose to Ole Miss. I want to, you know, seriously, like win or lose on our next Thursday show. I will definitely give them some props on it for doing what they did this season because that's not an easy task to do against Ohio State, against, you know, the U, you know, against multiple teams, like to get that far in. Anyone could say that they weren't in for a reason, but once you get in there and you start winning, that means something.
Yeah, and like I said, I will give props to Ole Miss, man. That Trinidad, I can't Chambliss, I think his name is the quarterback. Man, that dude, he can ball, man. He showed me a lot last week. You know, like I said, I've been hearing you talk about him, and yeah, they got a song for him down there too and everything. Man, I heard that song.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, yeah, so Ole Miss had, and like I said, the only reason I think I was thinking that they wouldn't have this deep of a run was just because the coach leaving. So, but you know they stepped up, and their coach who the intern coach has kept them laser focused on winning. So we'll see what happens, man. Like so, the Miami's playing because the ACC is looked down on. They think the ACC doesn't have good football. So you know the U wants to show them that hey we still have some football here and. You know, so yeah, they definitely have a chip on their shoulder and a lot to prove.
No, I get that, but what you said about the Ingram coach, it reminds me when Mike Malone got fired, right? And now we got Mad TV Logan guy. You know, like he's made some changes, made some great pickups to get this team back together. So the interim coach isn't always a bad thing, but you know what? The difference is Mike Malone got fired, and this dude just took off.
Yeah, he went to different.
You know what I mean, Joe? Like, how do you abandon a team that's like potentially gonna go? I don't think it makes sense to anybody. Maybe it makes sense to you, so you can elaborate.
It's all about that money, man. Hey, they gave him an ultimatum. They said we're gonna give you. I don't know what the money was. I remembered earlier, but it's off my head now. But they gave him too much money. Where he's like, dude, I got to go, and they said you got to leave now. We can't let you coach out the rest of the season and then come. So. Yeah, he got an offer he couldn't refuse. So, but that's who he's been. Lane Kiffin's been that type of guy. So, I mean, you know what you get when you hire somebody like that. So, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's bring George in here. He said he's got his prediction is Ole Miss in double OT. He said 30-23, but in the next one he said 29-23. So that's his prediction.
He's taking Ole Miss. Yeah.
He said the Ole Miss kicker in the is their best player. LOL. He hit the second longest field goal in the Fiesta Bowl history before half.
I knew he'd come around. It took him to get to the Final Four. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, George, my brother.
He said here the money was the same. That's
kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to interrupt you, Joe, but that's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't think he left for money.
I mean, LSU's a famed position. You know, that's a big time school, and
But you just took Ole Miss through a whole season. Like, we can go on this all night,
again,
dude. I'm not.
again, it's Lane Kiffin. You hire somebody like that, you know, that's what you're gonna get, man. If I'm a school, I'm not gonna ever hire nobody like that. Like, nah, man, I'm sorry, I don't want you here for 2 years, 1 year, and then bolt off somewhere else. Nah, I'm good. So
No, that's for real. That's for real. Joe,
yeah.
you got anything left to say before I take us out?
No. Do we want to talk about the coaching vacancies real quick, or that's only a thing we were? I don't think we got to.
We can. If you want to bring it up.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Let me bring that up here. Do have it ready.
I forgot about that one. We had our guests on. My apologies again. They were very busy doing all this charity and stuff work, and they weren't able to make it home. So laptops don't charge themselves. So
yeah, for sure. So as of now, there is 8 coaching vacancies, and they kind of rank them here from the number one coveted position, which of course is going to be Baltimore. Harbaugh was there for 18 years, so that was a very long tenure. And we also have actually 3 of our coaches have gotten interviews. So we have Vance Joseph, who's actually interviewed for all 8 positions. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll see how that. I don't think it's going to have any effect on us. Hopefully, they're all adults out there. They're gonna professionals too, so they're gonna handle that and not let it affect their game plan and everything like that. But yeah, we also had the special team, the quarterback coach and the offensive coordinator. I think got interviews as well too for a couple places. So, but yeah, I think Baltimore is going to be the number one top, of course, coaching position for anybody out there. That's going to be the.
Well, yeah, whoever wants to take it and gets interviewed, you know what I mean. I mean, we can look at Vance Joseph. He's got multiple. He's got, I think, 7 out of 8 firings or something like that to go interview for. John Harbaugh, I think John Harbaugh handled that with maturity. Like he didn't seem like he goes, I hate to leave or whatever, but he handled that. That's the rough one right there. But all I'm gonna say about this is that Harbaugh's gone. Vance Joseph could be gone. There's so many things that can happen, and despite that, whoever's in the playoffs still got to get through the playoffs. You know what I mean? Yeah. And hopefully that's not distracting to like a Vance Joseph to be like, oh, I can be a head coach again. I hope his defense comes back the way that they're supposed to be, the way that we're all thinking that something was planned, and not worrying about his next head coaching job, which I will still say I don't think he's leaving.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but now the job I would go for if he gets an offer, I'm going to Baltimore. As much as I don't want to see Vance Joseph leave, if Baltimore gives him a chance to be a head coach again,
he's gone.
I would want him to take that job. I don't want to. I hate it's in the AFC against us, but I mean, he would have a good team to walk into and not have to face a couple years of rebuilding. So, that's just me being a non-biased Denver Bronco fan. That I mean, if he gets a chance there, I mean, I would go there. I wouldn't go to any other team. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how he feels about wanting to be a head coach again that much. But I would. I mean, if I was him, I would definitely make a good choice to where I'm not going to go somewhere where I have a chance to fail if I don't get the right players in there.
Yeah.
We got number 2. They got the Giants listed as the second most side out position. I don't know. The Giants it's New York. You got a good team. You got a young quarterback. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
You got Dart. That's it.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah, number 3. They got the Cleveland Browns. That's another one. I don't know if I'd put that high, but you got a lot to walk into with the two quarterbacks there, or 3 quarterbacks.
Well, you got the number 1 leading sacker. That's it.
Yeah. That's a man. I don't know. Whoever gets that job is going to have a little bit of they're going to have to figure some things out. So that's a That's a crazy one to be number 3 that high. But we got number 4, the Falcons. See, I thought they'd be up higher because they're got a good record. They're not too far off neither. So,
and they lost some close ones too.
Yeah, they did.
To me, so the perspective I'm going to take again, no matter what you bring up right now, Joe, and I'm not disrespecting you. If Vance Joseph leaves us, you just said it right here. The only one we got to be worried about is the Ravens, because now he has a team to potentially go play, right? So anyone that comes off to these head coach firings, they're going to go take that job, right? Because they want to be a head coach. And I said this all year long. You're going to have to build. Vance Joseph is going to have to build a team. But you put Vance Joseph on Baltimore, the only thing that I would think he would have to do is hire a good offensive coordinator to get himself out of the way. Because he's not a play caller.
So, yeah, the Falcons ain't a bad job for somebody neither. Whoever gets that's going to have a decent team to walk into too. Number 5, they got the Dolphins 7-10. Of course, I don't know why they took them a couple of days. They should have fired McDaniels on Monday, but like everybody else. But hey, teach their own. The Dolphins have a weird way of doing things. That's a tough one to walk into because you're gonna have Tua there. You gotta, that's when I'd walk.
It's garbage. It's garbage.
Yeah,
You're gonna get a head coach that is not worthy of being a head coach, and then you're gonna fucking blame everything on him next year. That's what's gonna happen in Miami.
Could be, yeah. Cardinals, man, that's number 6. Yeah, that's a tough one to walk into. I mean, are they gonna stay with Kyler Murray? Do you draft another young quarterback and then try to build them up? It's gonna be tough.
No, you stay and build it up. If you're a new head coach, you figure out how to make it work.
I don't know Kyler. I don't know if it's gonna work with Kyler, but hey, he's not bad. I just don't think he is a franchise quarterback. I'll say that.
Well, you got to give him the tools to use. So
that's true. We got the Tennessee Titans at number 7. I think that's a pretty good pick. I thought they'd be a little bit higher too because you got Cam Ward. He's a pretty good young player, I think. And I thought they had a good amount of talent. Vrabel did. Maybe it was Vrabel just coaching them really good last year because, yeah, I mean, I thought he had the Tennessee Titans playing pretty competitive, and without him this year, and him up there.
Well, they didn't play us bad in week 1, right? They didn't play us bad.
No,
and they didn't look bad, but as the year went on, they just kept
faded. That is true. And then we got the team we don't really want to talk about that is just perpetually going to be hopefully.
Who thought Pete Carroll would be fired?
Another one. I mean, goodness. I'm anybody even in that black and whatever color nation they are, man. I'm sure they thought the same thing too. So, but yeah, that's the whole thing. Let me get them off the screen because I don't want to see that color no more.
There you go. Joe, I'm gonna take us out, bro.
Let me throw your last couple comments up here because
you got it.
Yeah, your boy George was he said he was telling me that you want to go watch the fourth quarter. Come on, man. He said our offensive coordinator has interest from Vegas. Yeah, I that's why I thought it was Vegas. Hey, whatever, man. You go there, man. Hey, good luck to whoever goes there. And then Ole Miss kicked field goal 17-16. So, yep, we're about to check it out.
We're about to check it out right now. George, thanks for the update. Joe, Thank you for being here. The Denver Foos, I know you guys were busy all day and couldn't make it to your studio to make it home on the podcast, but we appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for everything. These are the Mile High OUTKAST. Tim Dog 14, Mile High Medlock. Please tune in every Thursday to the Orange and Blue Network. Please like, share, and subscribe. To everybody else out there, Mile High salute. Go Denver.
Yes, shout out Denver Foods again. Thank you.
the city feel the bass. Every word's a touchdown, every beat's a chase. With a mile high outcast. Broncos, we broadcast. Climbing, never falling fast.